Tracy and the Big D here on a Wednesday night, right through till 10 o'clock, and we're working our way right down the charts closer to number one. Well, this week's song is sitting at number 5, and it's Catherine Britt with a brand new album out and a brand new single, and it's called Boneshaker. Well, why don't we find out a little bit more about it, and Catherine joins us now. Catherine, thanks for joining us, and congratulations on the new album.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You must spend every waking moment writing songs.
No, I wouldn't say that. When I was younger, I used to write a lot. I'd come home from school and I'd be writing every day in my bedroom. But, as you get older, I'm sure you guys understand, to become an adult, you have to do things. Life gets in the way of being creative. So it's a bit harder for me now. I have to kind of put that time aside to kind of be creative and not feel guilty, I guess, about not doing the washing or, there's dishes in the sink or whatever. So I need to sort of, almost go away for a couple of days or just lock myself in my home studio and write now. Otherwise, I won't get my mind around it.
Now, Catherine, we've had a quick listen through the actual album. Now, your last album, Always Never Enough, just absolutely took people on so many different journeys. And I think the biggest journey for me was Charlestown Road, because every time I heard that song was like, you just took me straight back to when I was around the 8, 9, 10-year-old. It was just an amazing, gripping song that I think everybody gets something else from it. What is Boneshaker going to bring to the people for this whole album?
Well, look, I hope that more than anything it brings people happiness. I mean, that's what music's supposed to do, is to make you feel something, and I hope that what you feel is just happy, I mean, Boneshakers has its dark moments, but it's a pretty light-hearted, happy record. I mean, I'm in a really good place at the moment. I'm planning a wedding, and so life is good. The album reflects that in a lot of ways. It's a lot of realization, songs and growing up songs and love songs and then some darker songs as well, just to keep the old me in there.
For full disclosure, Catherine, both of our kids, grown up, neither of them are country music fans.
Shame on them. Shame on them.
They're not, and I think because they imbibed so much of it when they were younger, they probably take a dislike. But my son was sitting there, and he's looking, and we're going through the album this afternoon, and he goes, "Steve Earle, Copperhead Road, Steve Earle. What's that? Why is he doing country?" And I went, "He's a country singer." No, he's not. No, he's not.
You want to slap them when they say things like that.
But I see on there you've got the duo. You struck up a friendship with Steve. Tell us a little bit about that and the process of getting him onto a duo.
Yeah, well, that's a total bucket list thing ticked off for me. Always wanted to work with Steve Earle, always wanted to meet Steve Earle, let alone work with him. But yeah, look, I met him at a songwriting camp actually in the Catskill Mountains in upstate New York, and we kind of struck up a friendship, a mutual love, I guess, of each other's music, and got his number as I left, and was a bit cheeky and got brave and just said, "Hey, what do you reckon about, doing a duet on my new album?" And thankfully he was into it. The perfect song for it, because I'd written that song for my fiance, and it was a very special song for me on the record, and I guess it kind of made sense to have Steve on something so special. And I'm pretty sure my fiance is more excited about Steve Earle singing on the song than me, but that's okay. I understand. I'm with him on that. But yeah, no, it's a pretty special track, and I'm so excited to have him a part of this record. I mean, I've been a fan since I can remember of his music,
So where to now as far as the bucket list goes? Who else is on there as far as Catherine Britt wanting to perform or write with?
Well, the bucket list is never ending for starters, but I think as far as like Australia goes, as far as local people I'd really love to work with in the future, I've been saying this for years and I will until it happens. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I would do anything to work with Nick. I think he's just one of the most talented, prolific songwriters we have here in Australia, and I've been a fan for so long. I've recorded his songs, and I just think he's amazing. And on the exact same page is Daniel Johns from Silverchair. He's a local boy from Newcastle, so surely there's a connection there.
Well, he's back recording now, isn't he? He's back recording now, so just stroll down the street one day and sing a bit of Tomorrow or something, and that might work.
Yeah, you never know who you're going to run into in Newcastle. That's right.
Well, in the month of May, you never know who you can run into helping here in Queensland, because for all our Catherine Britt fans, they can get on there to Toowoomba on Sunday the 17th of May and catch you there, and then in June you're back doing a couple of days at the Broadbeach Music Festival as well.
Yeah, we're doing quite an extensive Queensland tour on the Boneshakers tour. Obviously, we've got those dates, and then we stay up there and we tour for another week through Queensland. So I'm really looking forward to it. I love Queensland, and I'm looking forward to getting to a bit warmer weather. We're actually going to we've got 2 days off in between the tour dates. We're going to go and do the Great Barrier Reef, me and my mum.
Nice.
I'm so looking forward to it. I can't wait to come up there and spend some time, relaxing and obviously playing these gigs. It's been just the greatest tour I reckon I've ever done so far, this Boneshaker tour. I've had the best time, and the band is just amazing, and I'm loving playing these new songs and obviously revisiting all the old ones as well, and we're just having a really good time.
And what about radio? Is there the passion to get back there?
Yeah, well, I just finished up on the Saturday Night Country show, a week or two ago. So that's been going for 2 years, and previously to that I was working, on community radio with my dad for 3 years. So I'm going to take a little break. Obviously, with this album coming out, there's a lot going on at the moment, and I can barely keep up with that, let alone chuck in a radio gig as well. But I definitely see radio in my future. I am a huge fan of working on radio. I absolutely loved it. Every minute of the last 5 years I have loved. And there's just something that I love about radio. My granddad was in radio in Newcastle, basically all of his career. And then my dad's been on radio a lot as well. So it kind of runs in my family. I guess it's sort of in my bones to do it. So, yeah, down the track for sure.
Well, the connection's definitely there. People feel it when they listen to Catherine Britt. And the connection's there, whether she's on radio or through the music. It's fantastic.
Oh.
It tends to even shake my bones.
Oh, he's always got to try and get one in there,
so.
Catherine. Yeah. Well, why don't we play this week's number 5 right now? Catherine Britt, thanks very much for joining us tonight. And here she is right now with Boneshaker.